Hello everybody! Before I begin to make progress again, I want to talk more about this hallway, because this hallway is really important, but for the last couple videos I was struggling to remember what was so important about it. But I have it now, so as I'm sure you've noticed, when you transition between rooms, go through a door like this, it's a really smooth transition where the old room slides out of frame and the new room slides into frame, and there's no gameplay. The gameplay pauses. I can't interact with the world while that's happening. The enemies keep moving, but for me, I just have to watch. And there might be a technical purpose for this, giving the game time to load the new room, but I'm not sure that's true because, the enemies are there and moving, so it seems like it's already loaded to me. But the important thing, for the gameplay purpose, what it does is it gives you a way to concretely visualize how the rooms are connected. When in the game storage, the way the game considers rooms, space, every room is stored as a frame that's just as big as the screen. So, a giant room like this shaft, to me, the player, the gameplay is this is one room. But the game doesn't see it that way. It's multiple rooms that have a seamless transition between them. Whereas when I go through a door, that's, as far as the game is concerned, it's no different. It's still stored as a single frame of space. But to me, I visualize that as a different room because of the doorway and the transition. But the hallway, so that's all really important. So the purpose of this hallway, the designers of this game did an amazing job with the setting, with these sprites. If you look around, this scenery is all made out of blocks. Only, I don't know, maybe 16 by 16 pixels. These blocks here, the platforms and the walls and all that, are they 6? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm very curious now. Yeah, it looks like 16 by 16. But the screen where I spawned, they had these blue blocks, and I was clearly underground, and it was clearly an alien planet, and it was clearly inhabited, or used to be inhabited by some sentient beings, because there were faces carved into the rock. And you go through 4 rooms with that same blue setting, and then you come to this hallway, which is clearly a transition, more so than just a doorway, and then you're here. And all of a sudden, we're still underground, it's still an alien planet, but it's orange instead of blue. So the purpose of that is to signal the player that you have made progress. And that area I was in last time was all green, and that feels and looks unlike any other area in the whole game. And to me, it's progress. That means progress. Here's the important thing. You'll notice these blocks that are orange, that make up the scenery here, are identical to the blocks that are blue, that make up the scenery in the other room. And that's because in the game, the way it's stored, they're the same sprite. These blue blocks and the orange blocks are the same. It's just a different palette. So, here's the important thing. That means it's impossible for the game to display a blue block beside an orange block, because they're the same sprite. It's just a different palette, and they can only display one palette or the other, or some other palette. So this screen transition, if these 2 shafts had been side by side, which technically they could have been, it would have been easy to design the game that way. When would the palette have changed? You would see the palette change during this transition. So the room you're leaving, if you're leaving this blue room and entering into the orange room, the blue room would become orange, because the palette has to change for the new room. They can't be displayed side by side. So that's why this hallway is here. This way, the palette changes. The palette, changes off screen. Some point in that hallway. It's orange over here and it's blue over there, even though they're the same sprites, and I never have to see the transition. So I've decided I'm going to go that way for progress, back to where the missiles were found, but I'm going to go this way first, because I want to talk more about this setting. The designers, it's just, you start off that first screen, it tells you so much. You're in an alien planet, it's clearly alien. There are little aliens crawling around you, and you're clearly underground, but there's civilization here. There's carvings, and the first, you encounter a door, which is clearly mechanical, clearly alien technology. So you know it's not just some barbaric, uninhabited world where you're killing animals. There's actual life here, intelligent life, or at least there was. To me, it feels like ruins. Like, I mean, if you look at these walls, they're like pillars that have, they just aren't healthy pillars, you know what I mean? But, and again, the last area, where, I mean, the area where I was in the last room, last video, the green area, I guess you could consider it two different places. There was, where I was traveling to the right, it was all green and made out of sort of rocks, and then I went up and was traveling to the left again, and it was all green, made out of bricks. And I consider them one area, because they're both green, and it's just a big loop. But you know, that area with the bricks is clearly built by somebody in planet. You know, it's underground here, and all of the power-up rooms were clearly built by somebody in this planet. So you know, it's so here's what I'm trying to do here. There's a power-up here. I'm gonna try to get it. I need to freeze somebody about at that block height. I'm not sure that's gonna be high enough. I maybe have to come back for this. So I want one of these crawling guys to crawl around for me. Hello, you guys. I'm gonna wait for you to make this trip. So you know, I mean, look at this place. We're clear. It's just amazing visual design in this whole game. Ouch, really? You just messed me up, huh? That's okay. That's right. Didn't despawn. Would you die? Spiky crawling guy. You're just the worst. Hi, why are you? Oh, this is gonna work out really nicely, actually. Oh, I missed him though. I might not be able to get it from here. Oh, maybe I can jump that high. Nope. Dang you. So close. Okay, we'll try it again. It's okay. They'll all respawn. So this planet is called Zebes. During the intro text of the game, it called it Zebeth with the TH, but I'm pretty sure that was a mistranslation. I'm pretty sure all future Metroid games call it Zebes with an S. So I'm gonna call it Zebes. And in this planet, there are, let's see, are you high enough there? No, so let's move you to there. That should be high enough. There we go. That's my third E-tank. And I'm going to show you this other path over here. So that's the last thing for me to collect for now. Wow, that's a good job skipping everything. So there are, yeah, I'm going to show you what's down here. I'm not actually going to go this way. I'm about 70% sure I want to go the other way first. I could be wrong. Maybe I will actually end up going this way. But I want to show you what's here anyway. So there are, in this planet, there are 5 areas. So far, all we've done in this playthrough is run around the first area, which is Brinstar. And we just got the last item to collect in Brinstar. So the only stuff left to do in Brinstar is traveling to a new area, and one of them is here. This should lead me to Area 3. Yes, okay. Now, if you look at this place, look at this design. I mean, this was clearly built, clearly constructed. I mean, you look at these floors, but there's this crazy, intimidating monster carved out of stone staring me down. And this thing, this platform here, is clearly an elevator. I mean, you can see the shaft going down, and it's flashing. Therefore, we know it's friendly, because this game has taught me flashing things are friendly. Power-ups are friendly, pickups are friendly, and now elevators are friendly. And this statue does actually signify something. It signifies that the first boss is down there. That's not where I want to go. I want to go the other way first. And I'll explain to you later how it signifies that, but it's very important. There are 3 elevators in the game, and they are all decorated differently to, again, teach the player what to expect, to how to navigate the world. You know, so much of all of this design, everything could just be clean white blocks, and you could travel, you know, the same space that we do now, with the same sort of gameplay, but it would be so much harder to navigate. I actually kind of want to see you. I wanted to jump off you, yeah. Ow, okay, this is not as difficult as I'm fumbling. There we go. I want to go the other way first. Okay. Yeah, but because of all of this block design, the scenery design, it gives me landmarks I can use to help me navigate the world, the planet, the game. Let me put it that way. Can you get out of my way? Thank you. I don't actually need to kill anything right now. And again, that's why the palette changes in the from one shaft to the other. It's helping me navigate the game. So, yeah, important stuff I'm saying. Yeah, so there are 5 areas. Brinstar, I'm pretty sure, I didn't look these names up, this is just my memory, so I could have them all wrong, but I'm pretty sure this has just been Brinstar. And the second area is where we're going to go next. The place that I just passed, that I'm not going, is the 3rd area. And the 3rd area has the first boss, like I said. And then to get to the 4th area, you have to go through the 2nd area. And that should have the 2nd boss. And then you go to the 5th area. Now, if you remember from the first video, all the way at the top of this shaft, there was a hallway, and I said, remember this place, because we'll come back there later. That leads to the 5th layer. Yeah, 5th area, which is the last area. And I will show it off before we're supposed to go there, just so you can see what's there. But for now, I'm going to go to the 2nd area. And so the intended route through this whole game is to go through Brinstar, like I have, more or less, and then go to the 2nd area, get 2 more power-ups, probably just 2, and then come back to Brinstar and get the Varia suit. Now, I've already done that, but I'm just talking about the intended route. And then after you get the Varia suit, go to the 3rd area. Don't go back to the 2nd area. And then in the 3rd area, you beat the first boss. And then, once you've beaten the first boss, come back to the 2nd area, go through it to the 4th area, and beat the 2nd boss before... Can you freeze? So it's just off camera. Seriously, guy. Whoa, hello, mister. Yeah, and then after you're done with the 4th area, you can go to the last area. But I'm not going to do that, since I already did my sequence breaking, so I got the Varia suit. I don't need to come back to Brinstar, so I'm just going to go through the 2nd area, get the 2 power-ups, and then go to the 4th area and finish it there. Hey, look at that. The white palette here is different than the orange palette. I mean, they're compatible, so you can see it up there. Yeah, so let's take this elevator. You will notice there's no statue here. That means there's no boss here. And then the elevator that leads to the 4th area, which has the 2nd boss, has 2 statues. See how it works? So I know there's no boss here because there's no statue. So I guess it's a warning to invaders. And there was a palette swap we just saw. And this is Norfair. When I was a kid, I would call this Bubble World. Now, I'm not going to do too much in this area. I don't actually want to go down there. I'm just showing that I can. In this video, I want to talk some more. Because, you know, that place I was in the last video that was all green, I went through a lot of secrets. And your first time through, I'm going to show what's here just for fun. I'm pretty sure this leads to nothing. Yeah, nothing. Your first time through this game, you're not going to know about all of those secrets. It's going to feel like progress going there because it looks different, but you're not going to find anything there. And you really don't learn about secrets until you come to Norfair. Norfair teaches you about secrets. And you'll notice enemies similar to the crawling spiky guys, these guys that sort of spark maybe, and then whoa, these guys act differently than anything else you've seen. They have like sparks or jets on their feet. They're all terrifying, and I can't kill them with 3 bombs. And they just go up and down most of the time, unless I threaten them. This place is so scary. It's not even the worst in the game. We'll get there. So there are actually 3 power-ups in Norfair. The 3rd one I'm not going to get through the course of this playthrough. It's a gun power-up. It's the wave beam. It changes my shot so it travels in a wave pattern, hence the name. And so it can hit things on the ground that normally I can't shoot with my current powers. But the problem is it's not compatible with the ice beam. So you have to, when you get it, you lose your ice beam. Can I kill both of you with those bombs? No, that's alright. And you need the ice beam to finish the game, and you don't need the wave beam to finish the game. It helps with one of the bosses, but eh. And, you know, so I'd have to go back and get the ice beam again after I got it. Oh, and I think there might also be an ice beam in this world. Where do I go from here? I think I go up. You remember what I said about Intentionally skipping things. Yeah, we're starting now because I'm not actually sure where I'm going. I'm gonna wait for you because I want to kill you. Wow, you have a lot of hit points. Okay, here we go. Yes, I'm pretty sure I want to go up. This guy moves like one of those weird, I don't know what they are, the side moving guys, but much faster. Can I jump up on you? I think I want to go in here. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm just gonna get the other two power-ups and ignore the wave beam for this whole playthrough. Also, it's the hardest power-up in the whole game to get. You have to go through this crazy sequence of rooms that's really long and have death pits, and I just don't want to do it, especially for something that's completely optional. So everybody, this has been Bertrudor playing Metroid for the NES Timeline. Not much gameplay today, but hopefully it was interesting. Thanks for watching.